So let's begin with qualitative data. There's two types. I'm sure there's more, but I'm just going to talk about this too. The two types of graphs that you can use for qualitative data. The first one is just your regular bar chart or plot, and the other one is pie chart. So pie charts, if you want to do a pie chart, I just recommend Excel because you're always not going to do it. It will do it, but you will have to use code to do it, and that's beyond the scope of this class. So I'm just going to show you how to do a couple of bar charts. Let me show you the ones that I created here. So for the first one, notice how on the x-axis, which is this one, the horizontal one, I have a qualitative variable, yes or no. So think about what's going to go into your axis. Over here in the y-axis, I have the counts. That means the frequency of that observation. So here the question that they ask was, this is from your textbook by the way, do you put milk in your coffee? Yeah, no, ooh, yes. Okay, I'm surprised how many people don't. What type of computer? So here we have the frequencies again, the counts. On the x-axis, I have a categorical variable again. This is important because we're going to do something called a histogram, and it's going to look a little bit different on the y-axis. I'm sorry, on the x-axis. So let's go to Jamovi to create a bar plot. So this is the computer variable. You can see the responses are non, Mac, and I think it was Windows. Ooh, there's a lot of responses. Windows. We have 500 responses. And the other question was milk. So they asked people, and it's not the same data set. Those are different data sets that I put into the same file, so you don't have to open many of them at the same time, because that would just be confusing. So this one only has 20 responses, and I think they also ask if they put what type of sugar they put into the. Let me put it here. What type of sugar do you put in your coffee? Okay, so that's the other question. So let's begin with the milk one. Let me lower this a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go into analysis. I'm going to click exploration, and I'm going to hit descriptives. We're going to be doing a lot with this section in the beginning of the course. So the variable milk is here, and I'm going to drag it into variables. It's going to immediately do descriptives. That's not what I'm looking for right now, so I can uncheck this, or I could just ignore it for now at least. What I want to do in this chapter is create a bar plot. There it is. That's how I created. No, yes, that's how many people. Let's do another one for sugar. So I created another one for sugar. Here I have how many people. The majority of the people in this sample actually put real sugar on their coffee. And I think the other graph that I created was computer. So it's creating it here. There it is. The same thing we had in our notes. Most people in this sample at least have a Mac. The other thing that I want to show you is how to create a bar chart when you have essentially two variables. Let me go back to data. So here I have a question, number of apps in your smartphone. Okay, and then same people were asked, cell phone operating system, and these were the options. Cool. So if I want to create a bar chart for this information, I would go to analysis, exploration, descriptives. Remember apps, this little ruler tells you that this is a continuous variable, so I'm going to put it here into variables. It's doing descriptives again. I don't want this. At least I don't want it for this chapter. I'm going to uncheck everything. It's by default, so it's not our fault that's showing. I'm going to check bar plot. Ooh, that's not really what I want. I really want to know the apps by each operating system and their cell phones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the variable for cell operating system into split by. Notice how it's a nominal variable. We have the categories are iPhone, Android, and no operating system or another. Maybe they don't have a phone. I'm not really sure what they're asking in this question. So they're categories. It's a nominal variable. That's why it has little 3 circles here. And really the only way we can split by is when we have a nominal variable. It's not going to accept any other type of variable here. So that's a very nice looking chart. Maybe I want to make it more APA style, so I'm going to make it gray. My computer's doing a lot right now. There it is. That looks very APA style to me. I like it.